Just moments ago, an emotional revelation from Michael J. Fox has left fans stunned, heartbroken, and questioning everything they thought they knew about the beloved actor. At 64, after decades of courageously battling Parkinson's disease, Fox has always spoken with honesty, humility, and gratitude. But what he revealed this time is something no one saw coming. A deeply personal truth about who he does not want at his funeral, and the painful reasons behind that decision. For over 3 decades, Michael J. Fox has inspired millions around the world through his strength, his advocacy, and his unwavering optimism in the face of unimaginable challenges. Whether on-screen as Marty McFly or off-screen as a symbol of resilience, he has always chosen kindness over anger and hope over bitterness, which is why today's confession carries so much emotional weight, because it breaks a silence he has kept for years. Sources close to Fox say this decision wasn't made lightly. It stems from relationships that fractured long ago, betrayals that cut deeper than most fans ever knew, and people who caused wounds he worked tirelessly to heal from. As Fox reflected on his legacy, his family, and the people who truly stood by him through his toughest moments, he realized that not everyone deserves a place in the final chapter of his story. His words were clear, firm, and filled with emotion. Your final moments should belong to the people who cared, not the ones who disappeared when you needed them most. This revelation has sparked immediate reactions across Hollywood, some shocked, some supportive, and some uncomfortably silent. Fans everywhere are now asking the same questions. Who was he talking about? What happened behind the scenes? And why reveal this now? This is the full story behind Michael J. Fox's heartbreaking announcement, and why it changes everything. Michael J. Fox has spent decades in the public eye. First as the lovable Marty McFly in Back to the Future, and later as a relentless advocate for Parkinson's research. Fans have long admired his humor, humility, and courage in the face of a disease that affects millions worldwide. But behind the smiles, awards, and public appearances, Fox has faced personal challenges that have shaped his views on life, relationships, and the people he allows close to him. At 64, Michael J. Fox reached a point of reflection that prompted a revelation few expected. He began thinking about the legacy he will leave behind, not just his films, television roles, or charity work, but the relationships, bonds, and personal connections that define his life. In doing so, he confronted the uncomfortable truth. Not everyone who has been in his life truly deserves a place in his final chapter. Fox explained that this decision was not born out of bitterness, but from clarity. Over the years, he has experienced the full spectrum of human relationships, people who uplifted him, people who betrayed him, and those who disappeared when he needed them most. Parkinson's disease, with its daily physical and emotional challenges, forced him to evaluate who genuinely supported him and who only appeared when it was convenient. The contrast was stark, and it left him with a realization that would eventually lead to his emotional confession. For Michael, family and close friends have always been his anchor. His wife, Tracy Pollan, and their children have been unwavering sources of love, support, and encouragement. These are the people he wants at his side, and ultimately, they are the ones he believes deserve to witness his final farewell. Others, he notes, have left scars, moments of betrayal, abandonment, or insensitivity that still linger, even after decades. These memories are a reminder that life is finite, and final moments should be shared with those who truly care. In sharing this decision publicly, Fox also hoped to send a message about boundaries and self-respect. Your final moments should belong to the people who were there through thick and thin, he said. Life is too short to waste on regrets or people who never truly showed up. This insight reflects the wisdom that only comes with age, experience, and the hardships that test one's patience, resilience, and emotional endurance. For fans, the revelation is both shocking and deeply human. It is a reminder that even celebrities, who often seem larger than life, grapple with difficult emotions, make hard decisions, and navigate relationships with care and discernment. Michael J. Fox's words reveal that true strength is not only in surviving a devastating disease or succeeding in a demanding career, but in making courageous choices about the people who are allowed into your life. even at the very end. As closes, Michael's revelation serves as a sobering reminder: life is about quality over quantity, and final moments are sacred. Choosing who shares them is not just a personal right, it is an act of wisdom, self-respect, and love for those who genuinely matter. Michael J. Fox's revelation about who he does not want at his funeral may have shocked fans, but it is rooted in decades of personal experience, heartbreak, and lessons about loyalty. In this chapter, we delve deeper into the relationships he chose to exclude, and why these decisions were not made lightly. For many years, Fox maintained a public persona that emphasized warmth, humor, and resilience. He was the actor who could make audiences laugh, the advocate who could inspire millions, and the friend who seemed generous and approachable to everyone. Yet behind the public image, he carefully evaluated the people who truly mattered in his life and those whose presence, in his view, was toxic or undeserving. Some of the individuals he excluded were people who vanished when he faced his greatest challenges. Parkinson's disease, which Fox has battled for over 3 decades, exposed who his genuine supporters were. Close friends, colleagues, and family members provided care, encouragement, and understanding through hospital visits, fundraising events, and public advocacy work. Others, however, disappeared: friends who stopped returning calls, business associates who prioritized their own gain over loyalty, and acquaintances who failed to show empathy during difficult times. Betrayal also played a role in his decision. Michael has faced the sting of people who pretended to care, but ultimately acted out of self-interest. Whether it was gossip, broken promises, or opportunism, these actions left deep emotional scars. While he does not wish to dwell on bitterness, he is firm in his belief that those who caused harm or showed disregard for his well-being do not belong in his final moments. "It's not about holding grudges," Fox said. "It's about recognizing who deserves your love, your time, and your presence when everything else fades away." The decision to publicly share this choice also serves as a message about boundaries and self-respect. Michael J. Fox has spent years teaching the world about resilience and hope, but he also wants to show that personal boundaries are essential, even at the end of life. Choosing who to include at a funeral is more than a preference. It is a reflection of values, gratitude, and respect for genuine human connection. Family remains at the center of his considerations. Tracy Pollan, his wife, and their children are the people he wants closest to him. They have supported him through the toughest moments, celebrated his triumphs, and shared the burdens of illness and public scrutiny. The people he has chosen to exclude, in contrast, serve as reminders that not everyone in life is a true companion. It is a sobering lesson. Appearances can be deceiving, and loyalty is proven in times of struggle, not just celebration. For fans, this chapter of Michael J. Fox's life humanizes him in a profound way. It is easy to idolize celebrities for their accomplishments, wealth, or charm. But even someone as admired as Fox faces heartbreak, betrayal, and difficult decisions. By choosing who he wants at his funeral, he demonstrates courage, clarity, and a deep understanding of human relationships, lessons that resonate far beyond Hollywood. As concludes, it is evident that Michael's decision is not born of anger, but of wisdom. Life, he reminds us, is too short to include those who have caused pain or failed to show loyalty. The people who remain, those he trusts, loves, and values, are the ones who deserve to witness his final farewell. Michael J. Fox's decision about who he does not want at his funeral carries more than just a personal preference. It carries the weight of decades of experience, heartbreak, and life lessons. In Chapter 3, we explore the emotional impact of this choice, both on him personally and on those who have followed his journey. For someone like Michael, who has spent his life in the spotlight, every decision is magnified. Fans, colleagues, and the media scrutinize every statement, action, and appearance. Yet, despite this constant attention, Michael has remained steadfast in prioritizing authenticity over approval. Choosing who is present at his funeral is one of the most intimate and personal decisions he has ever shared publicly, and it underscores the emotional maturity he has developed over decades of challenges. The core of his decision stems from experiences of loyalty and betrayal, Parkinson's disease, which has affected Michael for over 30 years, forced him to confront who genuinely supports him in times of vulnerability. Hospital visits, public advocacy events, and private struggles revealed who would stand by him through thick and thin, and who would disappear when life became difficult. Those who failed to show empathy, respect, or loyalty are not being punished. They simply will not have a place in his final moments. Emotionally, this was not an easy decision. Michael describes a mix of sadness and clarity. Sadness, because relationships that once seemed meaningful have faded, leaving wounds that never fully healed. Clarity, because he now understands which connections are authentic and which are not. This duality is at the heart of his revelation. To live fully, one must recognize both the value of true companionship and the necessity of letting go of those who bring pain or emptiness. Michael also reflects on the broader lesson this decision provides for everyone. Life is finite, and the people we allow into our most intimate moments matter. Funerals are more than rituals. They are symbolic representations of the bonds we have cultivated. By choosing who is present, Michael is emphasizing the importance of surrounding oneself with genuine love, support, and integrity. Even in life's final moments, family is central to his emotional considerations. His wife, Tracy Pollan, and their children have been his unwavering anchors, providing comfort, encouragement, and stability throughout his career and personal battles. Michael's deep love and gratitude for them are reflected in his insistence that they take precedence over anyone who failed to honor or support him. This choice is not just practical. It is an emotional statement of where his heart lies and who has earned his trust. For fans, this chapter humanizes Michael J. Fox in a profound way. Behind the awards, films, and advocacy work is a man who has endured illness, betrayal, and the pressures of fame, yet remains guided by integrity, wisdom, and compassion. His decision demonstrates that emotional resilience is not only about surviving challenges, but also about making conscious choices to protect one's well-being and prioritize authentic connections. As closes, it is clear that Michael's revelation is both courageous and deeply human. It shows the emotional complexity behind a seemingly simple statement, revealing the thought, reflection, and love that shaped it. By publicly sharing his decision, Michael J. Fox offers fans a lesson in self-respect, emotional honesty, and the profound importance of surrounding oneself with people who truly matter. As Michael J. Fox reflects on the people he does and does not want at his funeral, the focus shifts from loss to life lessons, from heartbreak to legacy. At 64, he has faced challenges that most can scarcely imagine. A career under the relentless spotlight, a chronic illness that affects every aspect of his life, and the complex dynamics of personal and professional relationships. Yet, through it all, Michael has cultivated a wisdom that shapes not only his present, but also the legacy he hopes to leave behind. For Michael, legacy is not about fame or accolades. It is about the choices he makes, the people he values, and the example he sets for future generations. By publicly sharing who he does not want at his funeral, he is sending a powerful message. Life is too short to waste on relationships that drain you or betray your trust. Instead, one should invest energy in nurturing genuine connections, in appreciating those who stand by you through hardship, and in recognizing that love, loyalty, and integrity are the most meaningful measures of a life well lived. Family remains at the center of Michael's legacy. Tracy Pollan, his wife of decades, has been a steadfast partner, navigating the highs and lows of fame, illness, and personal struggle alongside him. Their children have grown up witnessing their father's perseverance and courage, learning firsthand that resilience is cultivated through both action and choice. By prioritizing his family in his final moments, Michael underscores the importance of cherishing those who are unwavering in support and honoring bonds that have been tested and proven. At the same time, Michael hopes that his revelation serves as guidance for others. Many people live their lives accommodating toxic relationships, fearing confrontation, or clinging to connections that no longer serve them. By choosing who will witness his final farewell, he demonstrates that setting boundaries is not only healthy but necessary. He wants fans and followers to understand that protecting one's emotional and mental well-being is an act of strength, not selfishness. His journey also highlights the intersection of vulnerability and courage. Michael has lived most of his life in public, often displaying humor and optimism even when facing immense personal trials. Yet this decision, to be selective about who is present at his funeral, reveals a different kind of bravery, the bravery to acknowledge hurt, to accept disappointment, and to act according to one's values rather than obligation or expectation. It is a quiet, profound form of heroism that resonates deeply with those who have faced similar struggles. Looking forward, Michael is focused on continuing to live with purpose, gratitude, and intentionality. While he cannot control every challenge life brings, he can control how he responds, who he surrounds himself with, and how he invests his time and energy. The decision about his funeral is an extension of that philosophy, an act of love, clarity, and foresight that ensures his final chapter is shared with those who genuinely matter. Closes with a reflection on life itself. Michael J. Fox's revelation is not merely about exclusion. It is about inclusion, values, and legacy. It is a reminder that the people we choose to keep close define the quality of our lives, and the relationships we honor leave a lasting imprint long after we are gone. Through his courage, wisdom, and honesty, Michael sets an example for everyone to cherish the right people, let go of those who do not serve us, and embrace life with clarity, love, and integrity, even in the face of illness, fame, and personal trials. Michael J. Fox's story is ultimately one of hope, purpose, and the courage to live authentically, a legacy that will resonate far beyond his years, touching the hearts of family, friends, and fans alike.